Welcome back. Thanks for staying tuned. The controversy over RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat's proposed Madison Square Garden event has now drawn a sharp response from New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani. Mamdani says he does not support the rally but admits the city may not have the authority to cancel a private event. Invoking his Indian-American identity, Mamdani says his family taught him to believe in a pluralistic and secular India where every citizen belongs. His remarks come as interfaith and civil rights groups protest Mohan Bhagwat's proposed event and urge the venue to cancel it. The latest controversy comes after Union Minister G. Kishan Reddy also questioned reports that Chief Minister Revanth Reddy in the meanwhile had planned to meet Mamdani during his US visit. So the union claimed he was later blocked, but these are two parallel developments that have come through. In the latest, of course, Zohran Mamdani making it clear that he is appealing to the section that is protesting against the appearance of RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat at Madison Square Garden. That's where he is scheduled to interact with the Indian diaspora in New York City on the 29th of this month. Here's what the New York mayor has said.
The vision of India that I was taught by my family and the one that I grew up being very familiar with was of a pluralistic society, of a secular republic that believed in the belonging of each and every person who was from India. And it has been incredibly troubling to see the rise of a movement that is predicated on an exclusionary vision of any country, frankly. And so it is one that I find myself in deep opposition to. I don't support the rally, but I don't know if the city has any jurisdiction on canceling a private event.
Madhuparna Das joins us with more details to take us through what we're likely to expect on the 29th in New York City. Madhuparna, over to you. Tell us about the organizers, whether due permission has been given the scale of this event. Indian diaspora is going to be interacting with the RSS chief because Zohran Mamdani, of course, seems to be lecturing the RSS indirectly on a pluralist society and also secularism. But nonetheless, the event is scheduled to take place still, isn't it?
Yes, the event is going to take place as scheduled, as we have learned, because the permission has been taken duly, and it is abiding by all the laws of the American soil. They have these First Amendment laws, and also this is a private event. This is this was also organized in a way that the organizers ahead, and it's not a new organization in the US. It's an old organization. It was established in 2003, and AHED stands for American Hindus for Engagement and Dialogue. So this organization has been, organizing events, interfaith events and dialogue. So basically, this is a diaspora event. It's about Indian diaspora, and that event is has been planned in a way that they have the guests who are invited. So let's also first understand that how the event was planned, the permissions were taken. So Madison Square Garden is also a corporate venue, as we understand. And what the New York mayor is saying, as we were told, that these are his political views, because his speech follows the protest by several organizations in the New York City Hall. And that several organizations also include Indian American Muslim Council, Hindus for Human Rights, so all these kind of organizations. So of course, this is his political views. But Mr. Mamdani has also accepted or admitted that he has no jurisdiction over the rules, and the rules cannot just negate or deny a private event on the American soil. So this is how it goes. And as far as the RSS functionaries are telling us about the event and about Mr. Bhagwat visit, so this is not the first time that Mr. Bhagwat is going to address a crowd in the United States of America. This is, in 2018 also he was there, and in Chicago he addressed the World Hindu Congress. So this is probably the second time in the past, let's say 10 years. And the speech is going to be about universal oneness. The program is also titled as that. And he is also going to talking about pluralistic society only, as the RSS, the functionaries
Which is very
are now
interesting
telling
because
us.
that's exactly what was
Yes.
quoted by Zohran Mamdani. In fact, he called the rise of exclusionary movement extremely troubling in saying that he doesn't quite agree to this event taking place in New York City. Siddhant Mishra is joining us for a quick comment too. Siddhant, take us through why Zohran Mamdani was possibly prompted to give this reaction, because he has made it amply clear that in all likelihood he doesn't hold the authority to cancel this event. It's a private event, all due permissions have been granted, but this is a clear political position he's taking.
That's right, Krishmin. In fact, as we were discussing earlier, that Zohran Mamdani at this point in time is walking a tightrope because, of course, the progressive Muslim voted for him as a mayor of the New York City, and of course, that's his vote bank. At the same time, if he takes a tough stand, or rather, does something extreme, then of course it will have an impact on U.S. relations with India. So he decides to perhaps give a sound bite on the visit of Mohan Bhagwat, and of course he says that there is nothing which he can do about his event, which is going to take place in New York City. He doesn't have any control over the events. So of course he stated his position. He made his position very clear. But as I said, that he's walking a tightrope, and at the same time, this is as Madhuparna was also pointing out, this is a three-nation visit of RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat, and there are various advocacy groups, Krishmin, of course, some of the advisory groups to the U.S. government. They have been running this campaign from a very long time, ahead of the visit of Mohan Bhagwat. And this campaign is not only being run in the United States, but also being run in Canada and several other countries also. The demand is to stop him to travel to these countries. Of course, it's a right-wing group, making false accusation on RSS, so on and so forth. All those things have been are being reported, and of course, the idea is to build pressure on the U.S. government so that this visit could not take place. But as I said, that this Mohan Bhagwat being in United States is not going to engage with any of the officials of the U.S. administration. He will be engaging with the diaspora, with the other groups, will be participating in the cultural programs, so on and so forth. So that's right. So Zohran Mamdani, of course, has become face of this entire campaign which is being run against the visit of Mohan Bhagwat to. But he has also, because of his political compulsions, he also had to, come out and perhaps give a statement that he cannot do much about.
So even as RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat is set to address the Indian diaspora on the 29th, expect parallel political fireworks, if I may put it that way, while that interaction takes place or shapes up in New York City. Thank you, Siddhant, for that. Stay on with us, though. There's an